What's the problem?
Okay, Fort Valley, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're watching the Fort Valley Boys show, we are live on Wednesday night. In my Gambit voice from Deadpool Wolverine. You no longer been waiting for this. Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Good dude here, man. I swear. Hey, get DJ Daddy, please.
I mean, he threw another
Don't
interception.
come get me.
He threw another interception. But on this show, we're recapping week 1 of college football, and we're gonna have our NFL picks. Everybody didn't participate in the group. Let me put it like that. So if they participated, thank you. If you didn't participate, screw you.
But you gonna keep up with it this year? You gonna keep up with the standings?
No, you got that. You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job on that. You did a great job last year.
Yeah, you do a real good job on it.
Yeah, I can't keep up with it. And this year, I definitely can't keep up with it.
Okay.
Yeah, you do a great job of doing that.
So, just want to let you know, y'all, college football,
yeah,
NFL, and I want to do an opening shot on the shooting today in Georgia for us folks, educators that's doing that. But we are talking about NFL, and we are going to talk about this team right here.
Team and Big D. That's what makes this funny. How about the Cowboys? How about the Cowboys? Some way, somehow, when it counts, just wait. They will let you down. The accident, they will mess it up. Just wait. The accident, they will let you down. Just wait. The accident, waiting to happen. It will happen. I'm predicting they're gonna be irrelevant. I'm predicting an absolute embarrassment for the last decade and a half. They make me laugh. All the talent that they have is unbelievable, man. Big D, teasing you. This is what they do. Walking the weed show up on cue. Accident, something will go wrong. The accident of the big Jumbotron. Accident, gotta recognize it's a black cat running around that franchise. Say it with accident, they will mess it up. Just wait. The accident, they will let you down. Just wait. The accident, waiting to happen. It won't happen. How about the Cowboys?
Accident waiting to happen.
That was kind of messed up, Faye. That was messed up, Faye. You know it's a Cowboy fan on the. I don't know, man.
And of course, this is the Fort Valley Boys show. When they go low, I go to the basement.
I see that.
We're on Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Since football season, we're just gonna be on Wednesdays. Just for men. Guess green your beard. Do what you do. That's waving room. Arizona tea, 99¢. Drink it. You have diabetes in 35 minutes. Follow us Facebook, follow us YouTube, BuyNiceShirt.com, HBCU, and Divine Nine Paraphernalia. David's podcast is not new, but if you haven't listened to it, it's gonna be new to you. And he has a Patreon page, so you need to Patreon this nigga, okay?
Appreciate that, Faye.
You're welcome. Gotta help out. Also, Atwater has a Patreon page. He hasn't given us the name of the Patreon page, but he has one. And of course,
my name MJ. My page says MJ.
No, it doesn't.
It does not.
It doesn't.
It down. Michael.
Oh, okay.
Michael.
Damon Randall, man, I'm telling y'all, this is by far one of the dumbest individuals. Matter of fact, let me just rephrase that. Damon Randall and Fabian Vick are two of the biggest, dumbest idiots on this planet, man.
Swear, man.
These two dudes have been crazy for 30 years. It's unreal.
Oh boy. Get back to our regularly scheduled programming. Hey, get this man. I swear, bro. Dude is sick. He's a sick.
Faye, we gotta talk about his team too, Faye. They kind of struggled at home, Faye. Let me know when you bring it in. We do our week 1 recap, the good, the bad, and the ugly, Faye.
Florida State on my team.
No, we talking about the Wolverine.
Oh,
against Fresno State.
We'll discuss that, but I want to do an opening shot for those that have not heard. If you have not heard, you're living under the rock. The Fort Valley Boys show would like to send our well wishes and thoughts to Appalachia High School.
Amen.
Barrow County, Mike, or Barrow?
Yeah, Barrow is up near Athens, in between like Athens and Edenton and Augusta and all that area, up East Georgia area.
The shooter turned 14 years old. 4 people dead, 2 teachers, 2 students, 9 more injured. Student made threats last year when he was investigated for that. Denied saying he made threats. There was a call made this morning saying there'll be 5 schools that'll be shot up. Appalachia will be the first one to get shot, and of course, that's the one that got shot. Damon, you have kids. Mike, me and Mike in education. I'm gonna start with Damon first, and then Mike. Then we're gonna get on with the show.
I just I feel for the families of the 4 deceased. I feel for the families of all the children and faculty in the school. I just hate that. Is it me or is the shooters getting younger by the year, man? Because it's really hurtful to hear this stuff going on, and it's even worse that it's a child, man. This is a 14-year-old child who made threats. Now, my Fave just said that, made threats last year. And I know I'm not even coming on the parents nowadays because the parents can do as much as they can, yet the child still can do what he wants. And I feel for y'all because in our time, respect was taken by the teacher, man. You respect the teacher. You if you didn't, it was gonna be an issue. Nowadays, y'all in trouble. You as faculty and you as educators are in trouble. Y'all got to deal with, they seem to side with the child more so than the educator. And I just feel for you, man. My condolences and prayers go out to the families of that whole school, that whole school system. Well, I mean, we got to find a way to fix this problem. We got to fix it ASAP because it seems to me that these shooters are getting younger. That would have seemed to me.
And it's we seem to overlook the fact of coming home at night, making it back home, and there's 4 people there that is not gonna make it back home tonight. As an educator, this is one of the biggest fears we have as an educator. It's one of these kind of things where you always feel it'll never happen to you. It'll never happen to you. I guarantee you, everybody in that school had probably done that drill because we do it at schools. Fave know about the active shooting drill, and you never thought it'll really occur. And Damon is right about we've got to do something to get a hold of this. Part of the problem is social media, these video games, this music, all of this, man. And God, I'm praying for the families, praying for that school. Just think about everything that's going to affect. Not just, you burying these people, the people that's in the hospital, the people that actually saw this. This is going to affect them probably going to school, football games, all kind of stuff, man. The trickle-down effect. All because this kid maybe has been picked on or bullied, that kind of thing. So there's several things that we've got to get a grip on. We got to get a grip on the gun situation. We got to get a grip on mental health. We got to get a grip on this bullying. There's things that we got to get a grip on, man, because before you know it, it's going to be a 12-year-old shooting up a school. And just the fact that you called ahead of time and said you were going to shoot up 5 schools and Appalachia High School was first, that's scary. It's actually scary. So, man, I'm praying for the families, praying for that community, that school. This is something that they'll never forget. A week away from 9/11, too.
Yeah.
You just don't. I don't have no words. There's no words that that I can say right now because I was at what was I? I think I was doing a presentation today for our cluster. Excuse me. And I think I was in another meeting. We'll briefly talk about. We didn't have no detail because it was like breaking news or whatever. So I know I was on my way back to pick up my youngest from school, and my wife called me and said, "You on your way home?" Like, no, I'm just getting out of the meeting. Like, y'all didn't have a lockdown? Like, no, what lockdown? And she thought it was in Henry County or whatever. So I'm like, no, it's not Henry County. It's Winder, Georgia. It's up north, like near the South Carolina line almost. And so that made me think, like, what happened? Because she would have called me in the meeting if something happened with school. But either way, this is 45th school shooting this year. 45. Not 4, then 5. 45. The number before 46.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And Jamie asked me a question before we went on. As y'all know, I'm a counselor. Like you still elementary? Or you at high school?
Huh?
What level you teach?
I'm teaching elementary special education.
Amen.
I asked, and then we can get right to it. I asked Faye, how do you deal with something like that? How do you talk to a troubled child, or how do you try to get to a troubled child? And you deal with special education, so I think I can ask you. You may not be a counselor, but you deal with special educated kids. So, what would be something you would say to a child you think that may be going through something mentally or something going on? Do you have an idea what you would say, how you would handle it?
I think, man, what a lot of people get confused, you have to get on the child's level sometimes. That's the icebreaker sometimes with kids. When you're able to get on the child's level on certain situations, they trust you and they'll be more willing to come talk to you than ever before. So you got to break the ice with the kid, try to get a relationship with the kid, and you got to show them reality. Like one time, this is no lie. It was a kid at school that told me he was going to go shoot up and do this and that. I told him, get in the car. So we got in the car and I took him to the cemetery. Like, man, what you doing here? Why are we here? That's where you and other people going to be out here. And that kind of shook him up. And that kid actually graduated with his GED in February. Because that could have been a whole lot different. So you got to get a relationship with these kids, man. And you got to have a support system. See, the difference a lot of times with us versus a lot of these kids, man, we had a support system growing up. We had even though your mama and dad didn't stay together, you had family. You had brothers, you had cousins, you had people in the neighborhood. People now, you don't have that. People are so afraid to say stuff to other people's kids. You don't have that now. You got to get a support system, man, to help these kids.
I can dig it.
If anybody, let me say this for those that's watching the show, probably going to watch it on the rewatch on YouTube or Facebook. If you know somebody that's thinking about something like this, or anything, it could be suicide ideation or depression, anxiety, abuse, anything, tell somebody. Because we could try to get the help as much as we can. We might not have all the answers. I know damn well I don't have all the answers. I don't know everything. I don't. But I'm gonna find out what I can. If I can't find out what I can, get what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find somebody that does. And we both don't have anything to answer or help. Guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna put a head together and find somebody that does. We're gonna keep working together to find somebody that can help. So tell your kids, hold on them tight, a little bit tighter tonight. Just let them know. Is anything going on? Let us know, because we could make sure it helps. Because we don't know what went on with this child. We don't have any details. We don't know nothing. We can't speculate. We don't know mental illness. We don't know if he's been bullied. We don't know If it's like Uvalde, where the dude killed his grandparent, then went to elementary school, start shooting everybody up. We don't know. We know that 9 people are injured and 4 people are dead. That's facts. That's what we know. That's all we know. And I do know that we're here today to make sure that we keep on saying and advocating for students, as well as teachers, as well as administrators, as well as anybody that's a stakeholder in education, to make sure that we have the provided help to make sure that kids have the best well-being possible on a daily basis. But I don't know anything. But enough about a school shooting. We talked about Uvalde. I think we spent last year, year before that. I think we spent like 40 minutes on Uvalde last year, Mike.
Yeah, it was something like that.
It was a minute.
Just
Seemed
like
like it happened. Seemed like it happened when we were going on the air. I think that same day.
it happened a little bit earlier.
Happened a tad bit earlier.
Happened that morning, but the breaking news happened the whole day, and we were on.
Because they was doing it was a huge body count. They had to keep adding to the body count all day.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that, man.
I might be insensitive when I say this, but going from one mass murder to another, the Florida Gators got the hell beaten out of them on Saturday.
Yes, they did.
Or did they?
Yes, they
Did
did.
they?
That's
The good, the bad, the ugly. In Florida and Florida State, the other ugly.
Let's start with that.
let's start with the ugly. Let's start with the ugly first. Mike, you're ugly for the weekend.
Man, you done already said it. Florida and Florida State, man, the state of Florida. Like, bro, Miami dog walked you. They did. I don't even know what to say at Florida, man. I don't know if Graham Mertz is the answer, but I really don't know what to say. Now, maybe we can say this. Maybe Miami is better than what we thought. Maybe that's it. But to get beat like that at home, there wasn't no neutral site game. To get beat like that at home, that was rough. In Florida State, man, let me say this, and I'm going to be as kind as I can. My child, DJ Ugle has put 2 programs, set them back. He has set Clemson back, and he is about to set Florida State back.
Let me pause you right there. Don't you think Dabo has set his program back by not participating in the NIL and transfer portal?
I told somebody this the other day. Dabo problem, man, it ain't necessarily the transfer portal. Dabo problem is he's not recruiting at the same rate that he did. He's not getting those big time prospects as he did before. That's the problem. His recruiting. The basis of your team should be how well you recruit. It shouldn't be the transfer portal. If you got to depend on 20, 30, 40, 50 players in the transfer portal, something wrong with your program. People also got to realize that the transfer portal, a lot of times, yeah, you can go in and plug here and plug there, but the transfer portal, that's why they're there, because they're not wanting where they was at. So Dabo's problem is he's not recruiting well. Nobody fails to mention that. Everybody keep talking about transfer portal. He don't recruit well.
Is that because?
But what Florida got going on down there in Florida State? What program would y'all rather be right now? Clemson, Florida, or Florida State?
Rather be Florida because I know the coach going to get fired.
I think I'll stick with Clemson. Because even though they played Georgia did what Georgia's supposed to do with Clemson. I still think Clemson has a fighter's chance in the ACC, considering the fact that Florida State laid an egg 2 weeks in a row, and Virginia Tech lost. The state of Florida would be the ugly, considering I'm talking about Florida State. The way Miami came in and had their way with Florida, man, in the swamp, it wasn't a game, man. It wasn't a game at all. Now, granted, I don't know about y'all, but I did say I thought Miami would be a little better this year. I thought they would win the ACC, at least contend for it. I think I said win, but I can put that in perspective to say, okay, it could be a little bit of both. But the ugly, I could have really, Graham Mertz transferred from Wisconsin, and he really wasn't that good in Wisconsin. But you really couldn't tell because at the time, Wisconsin was the old Big Ten, 3 yards and a cloud of dust type team. They ran the ball. So you really couldn't tell how he was. But when they were down and they put Graham Mertz in passing situations, he didn't look up to the elite quarterback status coming out of high school that he was. Because wasn't he a highly regarded quarterback coming out?
I thought so.
Yeah, so him transferring to Florida, I didn't think it was a big deal because of what I saw. But who am I? I ain't no GM. But, that to me, the ugly, really more ugly than anything, is Florida State. I know they lost a lot, but to lose like this, 0-2, you didn't think that Boston College would play the way they played against Florida State.
And they look bad in them losses too, man. They ain't just getting beat, bro. They looking bad too.
But, Mike, you said something before Faye threw the Dabo question out. I tend to agree with you with DJ. I tend to agree with you. They said his dad did an interview. He was a big guy. He was bigger than most kids growing up.
Big guy.
Oh man. He became a 5-star because he was bigger. He was like Yogi Bear. He was bigger than the average football player. They said he was a timid dude. He didn't like contact, and his family used to take him in the woods and kind of beat him up, so he could rough him up a little bit, so he can learn how to take the contact. You can tell that he's. I ain't gonna say nervous because he's a big dude. You can tell that he does shy away from contact. And he's 6'3.5", 6'4", what, 230? He a man amongst boys, man. He should be bullying some of these cats, man.
6'4", 250.
6'4", 250. So I took off 20 pounds. No, I'm saying I would tend to agree just a little bit with Mike. That he seemed like he ruins a program before he make it better.
Well, let me push back on that. His first year starting 10-2, second year 10-3, third year 11-3.
Could that be Faye? The talent around him?
Can't blame the quarterback on everything.
You can't, but you can also say that the talent around him made him look good.
So 31-8 as a starter, no playoff appearance, and no conference championship.
31-8 is not bad.
And when you throw that out there, he has been in the shadows of a Deshaun Watson over Trevor Lawrence.
I can see Faye's point. All I'm saying is, on them teams, man, he has some really good talent around him.
8-5 at Oregon last year.
Y'all, I don't know, man.
Oregon State is giving Oregon State. 8-5 Oregon State last year.
So I get it. I'm just wondering. I tend to agree with. I'm not saying Mike is completely right. I do see his point on it. I do.
All right, let's go to the bad. Let's get to the bad.
I will go with Mike when production meeting. Michigan look bad. They look that you can tell that Corum, McCarthy, Cornelius Johnson, Roman Wilson is gone. Now, if Colson Loveland keep this up, that's a first-team All-American tight end you're looking at.
It could be a first rounder.
The defense is as advertised, but y'all notice there's a lot of more blitzing going on. Menor didn't blitz as much, and neither did God, I forget his name, head coach for Seattle. Goodness gracious. He was the D coordinator for us for a minute. Mike McDonald. They didn't blitz, but you know, Martindale was the guy they learned this defense on. So I would say the bad Texas get into a rhythm. They would beat Michigan just by tiring the defense out.
That quarterback can walk on, Damon.
Yeah, he's a walk on.
Well, that ain't good. So the quarterback, the black dude, they split and snap.
He was. So let me give you just a quick history. He was a highly recruited quarterback, but he ended up getting leukemia. And he reclassified. He walked on to Michigan. Orgy was a 4-star. He was a big boy. He couldn't. They say he had like a 55% completion rate in high school, but he was just a bully. He was a dude that could run the ball. And Warren is more of a passer. So, but the thing is, out of the 115 yards passing that he got, 80 of it went to coast and low. Receivers not getting open, and he overthrew some passes. I said it preseason, y'all. I said Michigan will be carried by their defense. That defense is anything. I watched them double and triple team Mason Graham. He still was able to get in the backfield. They got 1, 2, maybe 3 first-round picks in that defense. Will Johnson, Kenneth Grant, and Mason Graham. And the quarterback actually sold. I think everybody I talked to seen that what Will Johnson saw. He stared that receiver down as soon as he got the ball. So, but remember, Fresno State, they got a lot of returning production. And somebody I was listening to on Sports Talk Radio made a good point. He said, for the more Fresno State win, the better that win looks. Because if they mess around and get a Mountain West championship game, they go 11-2 or something like that, and may get a at-large bid. Is not a bad win as people thought. But having said that, they do look bad on offense. Donovan Edwards, you cannot win a game against the big fellas, 11 rushes, 27 yards. That can't happen.
Yeah, man. And Damon, you know, I called you over the summer, and I thought he was the best running back in college football.
But see, the thing is, Mike, you may be right, but they got to learn how to use this dude. He's a pass catcher, too. That could be a safety blanket. He's a guy that you would love to get in space. And it seemed like he was the way Mullins ran with purpose. He ran like Blake Corum. I'm going to hit this hole. I'm going to get me some yards. And in the fourth quarter, he was wearing on. Donovan got to either do the same thing or you get a 2-back set and he can go out or put him in a slot, do something to get him the ball in space because he has the size and the speed. That was the bad. And Anatole said it too. Oregon struggled. That was kind of bad. And, you know, Oregon, I'm a little surprised that they did struggle. But I gotta put them in there too. I wasn't expecting them that production against Idaho. I didn't expect that.
Should we put Colorado in there?
I wouldn't because North Dakota State is a perennial power in the FCS.
That's true.
That does a bad play by a stupid defender trying to make a play. The only play you should have made was knock the ball down.
I agree.
That plus Travis Hunter is going to win the Heisman if he keeps it up.
Yeah, if he keep this up, he probably will win the Heisman.
He'll be the first person probably would win the Heisman off a team with a losing record. That was Paul Hornung back in the 50s. Oh, stats.
Would y'all use him all year round like that? Because I think by game 4, game 5, he's gonna be beat down tired if they keep doing this.
He did it. He was doing it last year until they got that cheap shot against Colorado State.
Yeah,
he could do it in college, but in the pro, there's no way he could do that in the pros.
What do you see him as in the pro? I see him as a receiver.
He's smart. A receiver because the way the salaries are going up. He could be a $40 million receiver in about 5 years.
Yeah, I see him.
I see him as a DB, man. When you look at him, it's just the coach in me. His routes are not crisp enough, and you know he He don't come out his breaks like a wide receiver does. He's just an athlete out there playing around. That catch he caught in the fourth quarter, man. That's unreal, that man.
Yeah. All he need really, Mike, is a year working with somebody like Marvin Harrison, Larry Fitzgerald, those Chris Rock runners that was athletic too. I'm with Faith. He'd be one of the most dangerous receivers in the league.
Imagine if he with Ohio State wide receiver.
Yeah, they receivers coach, and he have it right.
Brian
Hartline. He probably would win a Heisman playing receiver if he was with Hartline. And Chip Kelly as the OC. Yes. But we can go to the good though.
Miami,
and Georgia.
Alabama.
Yeah,
was Georgia that good or Clemson that bad?
They struggled.
Georgia put their foot on Clemson's neck and didn't give up. It started off sluggish, but once Georgia put their foot on Clemson's neck, they didn't let up. I would say Georgia was that good. That's just me.
I don't think Clemson that good. I think Clemson will lose 5 games this year.
That's just me. Fade might be right. Fade might be right. I think Clemson put up as best fight as they could, but once Georgia put them in that scorpion death lock, that was it.
And I'm talking about, man, when they done it, they turned it on, and I'm talking about they didn't let up, like for real.
But that's your coach, man. They got the identity of your coach. Kirby Smart, once he wants you down, remember they was celebrating one year. Was it the year they won the back-to-back, and he got on their case on the sideline? It ain't over yet. What y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? They pick up the identity of your coach. It's like you coach, Mike, AAU. And
that's so true because they take up my energy and my identity. Yep, that's true.
They feed off the coach. Because when you used to call me like, man, my players were so mad at themselves, this and that, we can't do this. And I heard some of your players going off about stuff. That's the competitor, man. Kirby Smart is a competitor, and he wants to win, and he ain't celebrating to his 000, bro.
Hey, man, if y'all ain't never heard it before, man, go to YouTube and listen to Kirby's halftime speech against Florida, like 2021. Man, that dude will make you run through a wall, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Telling you, man. Go check out the halftime speech against Florida from 2021.
I would tend to agree with you. It's you'd be surprised, man. Even some of the players I heard, like real quick, some of Isaiah Thomas's Pistons teammates was like they will run through a brick wall for Isaiah because he was so competitive. Especially, they always bring up that 25-point third quarter game, how he just willed them to win that game and couldn't play the net. They wanted to run through a brick wall for him, man. It's coaches out there like that, man. And Kirby is one of them.
We got to put, when we talk about the good too, Fade, got to put USC in there.
That's what I'm about to say. USC's defense. Let's be specific.
Yeah.
USC's defense.
Yeah. They look like a defensive team ready going to Big Ten play. I agree.
Yeah, LSU, Brian Kelly, he could put him on bad the way he threw his players on the bus, but then came back and tried to take blame. No, you start off with taking the blame first, then throw your players on the bus.
I don't see him lasting long at LSU, fellas.
One more year. I give him next year.
I just don't see it. I don't see him lasting long, and that's gonna make recruits get up out of there. His best bet is try to keep Bryce Underwood. If he can keep him, the kid from Belleville, the number 1 player in the country, he'll be straight. I'll put it to you like this: if Texas, Michigan, USC, or Oregon build up and show out this year, don't be surprised he transferred to one. He commit and go to one of them 4 schools. Don't be surprised.
And then the crazy thing, LSU's schedule is not as challenging this year. They don't have Texas, but they do have Arkansas, TAMU, Bama, Florida, and Oklahoma. And Oklahoma's not really. I think Brett Venerable. He's mid as a coach to me. But
We'll see.
they don't have Georgia. They don't have Tennessee. I can see LSU 10-2, 10-3.
That would be decent. That would be decent. The problem is LSU don't want to keep missing the playoffs and not making no noise. And if Brian Kelly keep doing this crazy stuff coaching wise, might be a problem.
Yeah, they're going 9-3. Yeah, they're going 9-3. They're gonna lose Ole Miss and Alabama.
Road Tide.
Oh, damn time.
Road Tide.
All right, that's our college football corner. Now let's get to the pros. Of course, the season starts tomorrow night in Kansas City, where they raised the freak flag for the back-to-back championship. Then Friday, they in Brazil. And in the words of Vin Diesel, this is Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil. Hey, it's a girl down in Brazil who trying to get into America to go to college. She's 6'8", man.
Yeah, Don Staley gonna get him.
6'8".
Yeah, Don Staley gonna get
I
him.
think she's 17. She's 6'8". She can play ball, but it's just a matter of getting her over here.
Yeah,
She still got 2 more years in high school in Brazil, so
Don Staley gonna find a way.
I wouldn't be surprised. Then she had that 6'5" Brazilian girl.
Yeah, Cardozo.
That's her. Yeah, that's her. She from Brazil.
Yeah, she can move in with her. Well, she in Chicago though, but she said she can move in there. But we have a couple folks that did the picks. Mike, I cannot even read your picks. What you have on your sheet on here?
No, that was my Super Bowl picks all the way. We picked the game. You talking about pick the games for the week?
No, I'm talking about the Super Bowl picks. That's what I'm talking about. I can't read your Super Bowl picks.
I got the Ravens and the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
You need to write better.
I thought I did.
Hold on. We got a special guest hopping on. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
He's ready. Okay, we got a special guest hopping on the line. Hold on a second. Bring me in now.
What's going on, good people?
There you go.
Hey, man, stop making all that noise, man. It's late. People trying to go to sleep in the morning.
Man,
We got school in.
Got Square in the
We got
Okay.
school in the morning.
school.
All right. Yeah, that's fine.
I-
That's fine. I apologize.
My playoff teams I had this year, I had in the NFC, I had the Eagles, Falcons, Lions, 49ers, Cowboys, Packers, and Seahawks. NFC Championship game, I had, again, the Eagles going to San Francisco, knocking out the 49ers. In the AFC, I had the Jets. I know some people ain't gonna like that pick. I had the Jets. I had the Ravens. I had the Texans, and I had the Chiefs. My wild card, I had the Dolphins, the Bills, and the Bengals. AFC Championship game once again. Kansas City going to play Baltimore. I got the Ravens winning this round. Super Bowl, I got the Eagles against the Ravens. Ravens Super Bowl champs.
What a lot of folks are not talking about with the Ravens, their offensive coordinator passed away last weekend. That's the first thing. Second, they lost
The offensive coordinator.
the offensive line coach. Excuse me, the offensive line coach.
Oh, I'm gonna say Todd Munkin with offensive coordinator.
My bad. Offensive line coach. My bad. My bad. Then you lost Mike McDonald to the Seahawks, and you lost Patrick Queen to the Steelers.
Outside of our guy from the University of Georgia, Patrick Queen was probably the heart and soul of that defense. So I mean, I guess they're gonna outshoot everybody this year, Mike. Is that what you're saying?
This ain't Memphis Grizzlies.
Hey, that's still the Baltimore Ravens. They still got one of the top 2 quarterbacks in football. I got any chance winning games when I got top 2-3 quarterback. Their defense ain't lose everybody. Baltimore be straight. John Harbaugh is one of the top coaches in the NFL. Their defense ain't gonna fall off like that.
Who did they get to replace McDonald?
Give me a second.
Because if they run in the same defensive scheme, it probably won't lose a beat. And if that's the case,
Zach Orr, black guy.
who?
Zach Orr.
They're gonna run the same defensive scheme.
It's gonna be real interesting to see that.
I'm gonna say this. Well, I'm glad you jumped on, Straw. What you feel about Russell starting?
Yeah, I'm ready to hear this.
Who?
Russell Wilson.
Russell. Oh, I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it, but like I said a few weeks ago, it's gonna be one of them things where he mess up enough that you're gonna see my former nemesis step into that role and have to have the live arm. Me and Fabe talked about this a few weeks back about a experienced arm versus that young live arm. I think, I'd be honest with you, it could have gone either way. I think Justin Fields kind of made his case to be a starter at some points in the preseason, but they went with the experience. So they're in a good spot. They're in a good spot. I just really think that's
I think they should
Wilson.
with youth, man.
Oh, they got Pickens and Warren. They should have pulled the trigger on IU. Should have made him offer him 35. How would you turn it down? They're offering you 35. They should never trade Deontay Johnson either, though.
Well, I mean, yes, you should have. Deontay Johnson was becoming a problem, and that wasn't his first. I mean, that was almost as bad as the whole thing with Le'Veon Bell a few years ago, where he just, it was coming to that. They were going to have to pay him, and because of some of his other antics, I'm not sure if he really wanted to pay him. So
that's understandable. Pittsburgh is a winning organization. I don't really question much when it comes to their decisions. The only one I think they probably may regret early on. See, my thing is, if you'd have started Fields now while everybody is healthy on the defense, it wouldn't look so bad. I don't know if Watt gonna get hurt. I hope he don't.
That's one thing. I mean, I'll be honest with you, Damon. Unfortunately, that's one thing I can kind of count on. I can count on. Yeah, he and I just wanted to be minor to where he missed a week on an insignificant game that they'll still win, and then he's healthy because they
need him, man. TJ Watt is superb defensively, and that's why I thought the lighter arm, the fresher legs of Justin Fields probably would have did more justice as opposed to the weaker arm. And Russ is liable to get hurt too. So because of the punishment he's taken, and he's a football player. He don't mind playing hurt. I just think if you would have started off with Fields, it wouldn't look so bad because that Pittsburgh defense would be completely healthy.
I get what you're saying. But see, here's the thing. Here's my thing. You got the man at a super duper steal. Why? And he has experience. Why not?
Yeah, I get that too.
So I mean, I get now analytically, you're right. I agree totally 100% with you. But if you're gonna get a Super Bowl winning quarterback, former MVP, former Walter Payton Man of the Year candidate, just go ahead.
No, big facts. I get it. No argument there.
What happened? Was that me?
Blank
all that time that he had at the end in that bad year in Denver, you got to give him a shot because it's still good there.
I can dig it.
He didn't have a bad last year. He threw 27 touchdowns. The problem was, though, they were saying he wasn't processing like he should. But at the same time, neither was. I mean, we'll see what Bo Nix does. Bo Nix is just going to be a younger version of Drew Brees. So
that's what they want. Who the coach?
Yeah, the coach is same. Yeah, the coach is same color, damn background. That's what he like. So
Hey, Mike, you
All
said
right, well,
you would be mad at the Jets pick if Aaron Rodgers stayed
I'm
healthy.
gonna step out, guys. I'll talk to y'all.
All
All
right,
right, bro. If
All right,
they,
Kenfo.
hey, Mike, I don't see. I can see why you put the Jets. It's just a matter of Aaron staying healthy because you know what Sauce and all them cats gonna give you on defense.
Yeah, if he stay healthy, man, they could make some noise.
Yeah, because Garrett, which one of the Ohio State receivers he got there? Is it Garrett Wilson?
Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, that could be a safety blanket. He got some.
Got Conklin at tight end. You got Brees,
Yeah.
Brees Hall.
I'm not. I can see why you did it. I'll say here, and I'll leave it to y'all what y'all think. The talk here is Laporta, Gibbs, and Montgomery, the offensive line, and Jameson Williams. We can keep them, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Keep them boys healthy as possible. They could clinch the NFC North again. It will be a dogfight between them and Green Bay. They could make some noise getting back to that NFC Championship. Now, I would agree with that. I also agree with the caveat. They got to be healthy a majority of the year. Janae Sewell can't afford to go down. Our center, Ragnow, we know he gets hurt, but we got Glasgow that can come in and play center because he played center before. The Montgomery and Gibbs, I just think they're right. I think the pundits here saying as long as they can stay healthy a majority of the season, they can make some noise. What y'all think?
Yeah, if they don't wet the bed like they did in the second half against the 49ers, they can win it all.
I hate they did that too. I don't know why they switched up their plan.
Take the points. You gotta be a little bit conservative. You can't be gung ho
Yes.
and play. You just be just a tad bit. If you took them 3 points at the end of the
I think San Francisco would have played different.
you took the points, San Francisco would have been throwing pretty much every down.
Yeah, they would have played different. They would have played much different. And I can't say they'd have won it against KC, but they'd have gave KC a battle. Because if you think about it, tight ends, the way Laporta was playing last year, tight ends cancel each other.
Yeah, because think about it, Travis Kelce didn't play in the first game against
No.
last year, and Chris Jones was out.
Who was out? What was the contract dispute? He wasn't hurt.
Contract.
Right.
He was out. And the only thing with Kansas City this year, they lost Snead, but they still have Spagnuolo as the coordinator.
Right.
So you got a young defense that's going to grow up together. But Mike has the Ravens beating the Eagles in the bird fight. I'm gonna get to everybody's picks that participated. I want to thank the 4 people that did participate, but not counting Mike because Mike did participate. Tony Arnold, front of the show. Haven't seen you in a while, Tony. We miss you. Sorry about the fantasy draft, even though you have a group chat, you just didn't check. That's not on me. He has the Dolphins, Texans, Ravens, Chiefs, Cowboys, Falcons, Lions, and Rams as division winners. Wow. Then he has the Browns, Bengals, Broncos, Niners, Tampa Bay, and Green Bay as wild cards. Joe Burrow's the MVP, and the Chiefs win the Super Bowl over the 49ers. D. Roundel has the Bills, Texans, Ravens, Chiefs, Eagles, Saints, Lions, 49ers, Colts, Steelers, Dolphins, Green Bay, Seahawks, and Rams making playoffs. Mahomes as the MVP has the 49ers beating who, Damon?
I want to say I got them beating Kansas City in a rematch. I think that's who I put.
Yeah, you got them. You ain't pick who won. You just had Chiefs and Ravens.
Oh man, I got the 49ers winning.
Yeah, you got the 49ers winning. So I saw winning, but I ain't see who's going to.
The Chiefs beating the Ravens. It was a rematch of the previous Super Bowl. That's my bad.
We got a hot take. John Harbaugh don't make it to the Super Bowl this year. I was seriously consider mutually parting ways with him.
He may quit.
Yeah, I was say mutually parting.
Yeah.
White coach get the mutually part.
Yeah,
we get fired.
I agree with that.
And I told my cousin has the Bills, Texans, Ravens. Everybody picking Ravens and Chiefs in this group. Cowboys, Falcons, Lions, 49ers win the division. Bengals, Dolphins, Jets for the AFC wild card. Eagles, Packers, Rams for the wild card for NFC. CJ Stroud is his MVP.
not bad.
Has the Bengals beating the Lions.
That's actually a pretty good Super Bowl.
Now, just in case folks think I'm lying about what he picked, so I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen what it says. I'm gonna go ahead and share it. These
I
are the
ain't mad.
pictures.
I can see that Super Bowl matchup happening, man.
And my
see
pick, I don't trust the Bengals though. Defense still trash.
Burrow would need to stay healthy.
That's the problem. Burrow's healthy. That at least make it to a conference championship game. Ain't healthy.
They gotta get Jamar Chase on that field too.
He
That's
practiced
true.
today.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right, my picks. I got the Bills, Jaguars, Ravens, Chiefs as division winners. I think the Chiefs gonna be the number 1 seed. Eagles, Falcons, Packers, 49ers, Dolphins, Bengals, Colts for my wild card team in the AFC. I got Lions, Bears, and Rams in the NFC. Y'all see somebody missing? But NFC?
No Eagles. Wait, no, not for you. No Eagles, no Cowboys.
Eagles right there.
Oh, Eagles, the Cowboys. I ain't see the Cowboys nowhere.
Yeah. I got
You got your MVP as Jordan Love. Oh, wow.
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised though. He showed out last year when he need to.
Yeah, I got them in the division, so defense is pretty decent. I got the Chiefs over the Ravens in the AFC conference. Let's fix that. I think I had the Packers beating the Eagles,
Okay.
and I got the Chiefs over the Packers.
Okay. That's some dig it.
I had half the Super Bowl right last year. I had the Chiefs over the Cowboys. Yeah.
Mike, what's the one thing that gives you confidence in the Cowboys, and what's the one thing that doesn't give you confidence in the Cowboys?
Well, don't give me confidence in the Cowboy, man. We got an old running game. We done signed Dalvin Cook. We got Ezekiel Elliott. Dallas is built on running the football. What I do feel confident in, I do feel confident in the fact that we got a top 10 quarterback in Dak Prescott. He just got to get over that hump.
Gotcha. I can dig it.
Right now, if I did power rankings, right now, Chiefs will be 1 because they're the champs. Lions 2. 49ers 3. Ravens are 4. 5, you put whoever you want right there. I'll put the Bills just for the kicks and giggles.
That's a decent top 5. I will put the Texans. Y'all gonna laugh at me. I'll put the Texans 6.
I can see that. I was thinking Green Bay.
Man, Texans got Stephon Diggs now. Shoot.
Well, I
So
put them 6.
he just gonna be dropping passes in a different season. That's all. That's all. He's gonna be dropping passes in a different season. What'd you say, Mike? He had but 1 touchdown in the last 7 games in last year.
Something like that.
We'll pull him up right quick. I think that's going to be a problem right there. I don't know if you got 3 good receivers. You got Nico Collins, Tank Dale Hill. Then you got John Michie, who's a cancer survivor. Folks don't realize that. He's a cancer survivor.
That AFC gonna be a dog fight.
Yeah, AFC is like the AFC is like the NBA Western Conference.
Yep, it's gonna be a dog fight. Definitely gonna be a dog fight. The NFC North gonna be a dog fight.
NFC North and the AFC North are gonna be the 2 toughest divisions.
Yeah, it's gonna be a dog fight.
Right now,
I can see the Steelers taking it though. and I can see either Green Bay or the Lions. Caleb gonna probably run out of gas midway through the season. Maybe. I could be wrong.
He gonna hit a rookie wall. I'm trying to pull up Stephon's stats for 2023 season. Yeah, he had 107 catches, 8 touchdowns, but that's not. I mean, only 8 touchdowns.
Gotta get that touchdown total up by maybe 3 or 4.
He didn't score a touchdown after the November 26th game. He didn't have a touchdown after that game. And after that game, 4, 8, 13, 20. He had 24 catches over the last 5 games.
I'm not really worried about the catches. I think he's gonna get the catches. I need more offensive production as far as touchdowns. He need at least 11 or 12 to make Texan a real formidable. Even though they're already formidable, make them even more formidable on the field because that other deep threat is there besides Nico.
Yeah, Tank. Like you got Dalton Schultz also, and don't forget Joe Mixon.
Right, Joe.
There's only one football, and there's only maybe 70 snaps a game.
Right. That's true.
So those are 4 Valley Boy picks. Probably a shot will probably give us his picks after week 1, I guess. That'd be kind of cheating a little bit, but you know. But hey, that's a quick show.
Yes, sir.
Hey, real quick before we go around the horn. Texas, Michigan. Who you got, Fade?
I'm going to Texas.
I hate to say it.
You going with Michigan, Damon?
I hate to say it. I'm gonna go with Texas, man. After what I saw, I can't really say that I can pick them off go. I wouldn't be surprised if they win, but if you ask me now, I will go with Texas. I'm sure you picking Texas too, though, right?
I feel like Texas may run into some issues playing in the big house, man, in front of 110,000. I don't know. Right now, I'm leaning toward Michigan, honestly.
Okay.
I think Michigan gonna be ready and revved up for this Texas game. I don't know if Texas is ready for that atmosphere. So I'm right now. I'm leaning Michigan.
I get it. I get it. I can see why you're leaning. You gotta understand why I'm leaning. I didn't see my offensive production I needed to see. I saw Colston do his thing. I didn't see anybody else do nothing. As far as the All-Americans, the all Big Ten players, the ones on defense showed up. Only Colston showed up on offense. Donovan show up this week. Michigan wins, hands down. That means they control time of possession, and they keep Quinn off the field.
One place I wish I was right now before we go. Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah.
Gotta do it.
What? I want to go see a football game in Rio.
Yeah, I'm out, Damon.
I already know where Faye went. He ain't got to tell me. No,
I ain't going nowhere. I've never been.
Yes, you did, Fabian.
I did not.
Didn't he go there, Mike? Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
I did not.
You know why you want to go to Rio de Janeiro? It ain't to see no damn football game either.
Yes, it is, because I've never been there.
He want to go on the beach and be naked. That's what he want to do.
No.
Damon, I'm out, cuz.
You want to do the Ball Johnson dance? Faye think he slick. I'm gone, man. I'm gone. I ain't rocking.
I'm out.
Tengo escuela en la dia. Adios.
I'm through. I'll holler, fellas.
All right.